Hey guys, welcome back to the channel here. We are working on an 04 Rainer, a Buick Rainer, and it has these air-loaded suspension pieces, and the owner of this vehicle wants it changed out for springs so that we don't have to deal with the constant maintenance and issues related to that. It is, for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the process of replacing it. The piece he got is from a company called Suncor off of Amazon. So let's get started. Okay guys, so here's the kit that we're using. We're going to unbox it. I believe it comes with a brand new spring, they say, and a shock. And looks like there's a shock and the rubber isolators for that, so that should be good. Now, they recommend that most of the people to basically pop the air bladder for this and just puncture it with a knife or something small, sharp, very slowly, so you don't create any damage. But we're gonna see what we can do without having to do that. We'll see what happens, but yeah, that's what they want you to do, and that would be the quick and easy way to get that out of there. So we're gonna see. Okay, give us a second. We're gonna come up with a plan, but we definitely have to remove the shocks to lower this, and we're gonna go about doing that right now. Okay, so let's get rid of the shocks. All right, I'm going to use my little jack stand, and I'm going to remove the lower shock bolt with my Milwaukee, just the ones I used to remove the other one. Probably need a deep socket, but I'm going to go with this instead and hope for the best. Yeah. Nope. I need to get a deep socket. I don't want to. There we go. It's loose now. Same with the one on the top, and we'll take that off, and then we'll drop this. We'll drop the shock. Alright, so I got an 18-inch deep, and the shock bolts are 18s, and then got a little wrench on the other side of it. There we go. It just comes right off, okay? And then same for the top. We're just going to remove it. And okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. And then that's supporting the axle, so I'm gonna use that to support it up so that it doesn't just drop right on us. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, let's see. Get this up so we can support the axle. There we go. And up. And you can probably do this on the ground, but I got the lift. Why not use it, right? So I'm gonna crank up the axle, so that's supported on this side as we take it apart. And I have these, so I'm going to use it. And then it should make taking the shock out with no load pretty easy. So there we go. So cranking that up. Okay. And we're going up. And that's loose. Okay, so we're going to take this out. There we go. And that comes out. The shock bolt. And the upper shock bolt comes out. And that should do it. And these are nice Bilsteins. These are nice Bilstein shocks. Oh yeah, I know we're going to put some new ones in, but I don't know. They are in good shape. We might just reuse those. Alright, so let's worry about trying to get this thing apart now. Alright, let's try to get that bag over there. We're going to have to do something about that. Alright guys, the owner decided that we wanted the compressor removed as well. So instead of cutting the bags, we've disconnected the air line, and we're letting it bleed out so that the bags will compress, and then we can slip the bags out. And you can tell right now that bag is empty right now. Okay, so let's go from there. Alright guys, the air is out of the bag, and what you want to do is you want to grab it and you want to twist it counterclockwise hard, and then you should be able to get it to come out like this. But we still have the hose connected, so we'll have to undo the hose here at the top, but then it's out because there are 3 retaining bolts here, or clips, or whatever you want to call it, that actually engage at the top of the frame mount. Okay, so I'm going to undo this hose here for the air line. It should just be a press and pull, and I'm going to take the bag out. Okay, hold on a second. So just like most of the air suspension pieces, this one was, you pushed a hold down this as you push the hose in, and then when you hold it, you pull it out, and then it will come free. But this is a good bag. I mean, there's no cracks in it, there's no, so but he definitely did have leaks, Okay, so we're going to put in the air springs now. Let's go for there. So this kit covers all this. So we took the air springs out, my bad, sorry, and we're going to put the coil springs in, and they want the tighter end versus the looser end on the upside. So read the instructions if you can, and let's try to get it fitted in now, okay? Thank you. Alright guys, that rear axle, it needs to be lowered a lot to get access because this spring is fully extended, but I put the rubber grommet here and the other one up in the pocket up there. And again, the tight side of the coil up there, and then once we lower it, we'll get the shocks reattached, and that should hold it in place. Okay, so give us a second. All right, we got the springs orientated well, and use the arm here to crank it up until the lower shock mount lined up, and I could get that bolt back on there. And now we're going to torque these down to, according to the instructions, the shock bolt is supposed to be, I believe, 70 foot-pounds. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so that's what we're going to do is install and torque those down to 70. All right, let's get the torque wrench on here. Just hold it here just in case it moves. The other side, and let's go. And these shocks are going to be really easy to, there we go, that's 70. I'm going to do the one on the top here as well, so that they're all the same. And it's the same 18 anyways, so super easy. And that one's a capture gun, so it's really easy to do. Okay. So I'm up here, and I'm going to torque these down to the same thing too. And we're just going to close it in and until, oops, easy. Ouch, that's my finger. All right, let's see. Here we go. Okay, here we go, 70. And that's it. The shock will hold the spring in place. We'll put the wheel back on. We'll torque these lug nuts down. They're about 85, I believe. And that's it. We've disconnected the compressor. We've disconnected the lines. We've taped everything off. We'll leave the other pieces in place because you don't really have to worry about it. And then the springs will take over. Alright, thank you for watching another video. Thank you for subscribing, and have a wonderful day. Bye now.